Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Naki back, second back my art today. In this video I'm going to be talking about communication. Communication is extremely important, especially when it comes to the black man and black woman. Okay? As far as the communication is concerned, we need to communicate more. We need to sit down and we need to rehash or hash out any problems that we may have towards one another. Whatever problems that you might have, concerning your spouse, like, I don't want you to be talking to him because I think he's trying to get with you and stuff like that. And you keep reassuring your spouse like it's not that way. You need to constantly communicate with one another. Don't just ignore each other, okay? What I know for a fact, because I actually have gone through this, not recently, it's been years. And what I have actually have seen and know for a fact is when you hold things within, it tends to hurt you a lot more physically than you actually think, okay? Because just like, I'm going to paraphrase, I'm not going to actually quote anyone, because I don't have a paper and I have like words and stuff like that, but he's a master teacher in his own right, but Reverend or Brother Phil Valentine, okay, he said it best: everything that started with you begins with you. Everything that hurts you begins with you, and anything that's going to heal you begins in you. So for a fact that basically this is going to hurt you physically, give you headaches, migraines, you get stressed, your hair starts falling out, you start losing weight, and it happens to both men and women, not just women alone. It happens to both of them. Okay? You need to sit down, you need to talk. Okay? Unfortunately, in the public schools, they're not going to be teaching you this, because they're so busy, in my eyes, of trying to catch that paycheck, or so afraid that the school's gonna be closed, and then you end up doing some type of SAT or ACT or some type of testing scandal that was pretty much all over the news and pretty much all over national news like CNN. We don't want that. Talk to your spouse, talk to one another, sit down, stop yelling, okay? Stop yelling. Stop screaming at one another. Start listening. The more you listen, the more you take in. The more you hear, the more it goes in one ear and out the other. Okay? And immediately it starts to go on deaf ears. When you start hearing someone, you can automatically tune them out. You need to figure out what is about you that keeps putting you in these type of situations. That's why you cannot communicate with each other. Okay? And if communication is not the key, and for a fact that this is done, this is over with, then you need to just get away from each other, move on, just break up, go your separate ways. Okay? Because the more that you continue to stay in that same relationship and you constantly butt heads, without any resolution, well, he's not backing down or I'm not backing down, okay? Pretty much this is not a boxing match where you actually hit yourself senseless, okay? You don't do that. If you cannot listen and you don't want to be with the person, break up, because all that negative energy is going to continue to come towards you. And you're a magnet. You are a spiritual magnet. Remember, black women and black men, you are a spiritual magnet, and anything that you think of comes to you in that energy. If you always thinking negative, that negative energy is going to come to you. Okay? You think that you're not worthy to be loved or whatnot? Yes, you are. You are worthy to be loved. You are worthy to be, respected. You gotta start loving yourself first, because if you don't communicate with yourself first and tell yourself, well, I'm not gonna deal with this no more, and you practice what you say, then I bet you, and I know for a fact, you get positive results. Bring in that positive energy. You will feel that, and it will No matter what someone, I mean, your spouse could be sitting and watching The View. She's sitting there watching The View. She's soaking and she's moping and whatnot. And the man's like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this today. I am not going to deal with this today. Okay, I'm feeling good. You go with other positive, good energies are. You want to go with a friend. You want to, catch up on good times. Fine, do that. But it does not mean that you're going to catch up on good times smoking a blunt, getting drunk. Okay, or sleep with someone else. That is not the way you do it. Okay? And ladies, stop yapping all the damn time because you're not always right. Okay? You are not always right. When you listen and you start practicing and try to, you do your hardest, you try your ass off, you keep trying to basically get things together, you change, you put forth that change. Yeah, you always say it's never going to, happen overnight. Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens on a consistent basis. You prove it night and day, night and day, night and day. You prove it. You do what you got to do. Okay? What it's going to be, go for a walk, clear your head, And the communication part does not mean that you go ahead and run your mouth off to every single last person that you can think of and talk about your personal problems. Sometimes it is not best for you to go ahead and get everyone else's 2 cents in. Okay? Sometimes you got to keep things to yourself and work it out with your own partner. Same goes for men. Okay? That doesn't make you wuss, that doesn't make you a sissy, that doesn't make you, well, you're not man enough to do it. Yes, because it takes a real man and a real woman, especially black men and black women, to really say, you know what, this is what we're going to be doing, this is what I will not tolerate, okay, this is what I expect, and if we can't get onto this program, you go left and I will go right. Okay? Let's just start talking. And you men, let me tell you something, and I know for a fact, okay, when basically you're fucking up shop, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay, and she has been doing everything possible, humanly possible, to make you feel like, a man, a god, and you cannot respect that, and she gets tired of it. Do not get mad at her when she says she had enough. Do not get mad when you don't spend any quality time with her. And quality time doesn't mean that you have to go out and spend money. Quality time when you means you can sit down, watch television, watch a movie, play cards, play a game, or you can just sit there in silence. That's what you can do. Do not get mad at the woman that she moved on, and if you have a child with her and she takes the child with her and then someone else ends up giving her that same attention, giving the child attention, and they make it work in their relationship, do not get mad. Don't be bitter because she didn't want to become miserable like you. She doesn't want to stay in that misery. The same goes for you women as well. When the man is over you, he is over you. He doesn't want anything to do with you. If he has a child with you, he still doesn't want to have anything to do with you, but he will, and I know for a fact he's going to make it civil between the both of you so he can get access to the child. And don't be nasty and dirty and say that, listen, if I can't have you, I'll make sure that no one will, or I'll make sure that you will never see your child again. Stop doing stupid shit like that. You got a problem, you talk about it. And if both of you cannot come together in a single solution, you two need to part ways. Because too many of our guys, too many of our real men are out there and they're waiting to love someone. They're waiting to protect someone. But you here run after this little boy, this 36-year-old boy, 48-year-old boy, can't get it together. You run after that. Start listening. Listen to your inner spirit. Listen to your inner voice. That's exactly what Master Teacher Malachi Z. York has said. To start listening. Because when you don't listen in your inner voice, you end up in a lot of problems. And that's not good. Start listening. Start communicating. You are more than what's between your legs. Okay? You are more than just flesh. You are spiritual beings. Find a balance. Okay? Continue doing what you have to do to make it work. And remember, everything that you do, the children will see. A child can actually pick up and sense tension between adults, tension between parents. Children are more spiritual at, from birth to age 7, and then after that we strive and we struggle our entire lives to get back to that pure point. Okay? Start communicating, start talking. Not taking communication class in colleges and thinking that's going to help you. No, real communication. Because that communication class that you have back in college, that's dealing for business. That deals for the workforce. Okay? So you can get that paper. So that way you can go ahead and buy rims, which your ass can never see anyway because you got to step out of your vehicle. Okay? Common sense. Start talking to one another. And be there for one another. Because whatever you do, your child will always see. Oh, I'm not that type of way. Well, guess what? You are when you don't realize it. So watch what you do. Watch what you actually are bringing back into your body. Watch the energies that you're bringing back towards yourselves. Start communicating. Many more videos coming to you. Hold tight.